everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Branco, Director of Training and Technical Assistance with the National Resources Center on Domestic Violence. I'm joined today by my dear colleague, Breckan Winters, our awesome communications manager.
Hi, everyone. I'm Breckan. We at NRCDV are very excited to be doing this podcast in recognition of this year's Domestic Violence Awareness Month, which you'll hear to us refer to as DVAM.
Yes, happy DVAM, everyone. Domestic Violence Awareness Month takes place every October and it has been observed since the 1980s. DVAM is a chance for everyone, survivors, advocates, community members, community leaders, to come together to raise awareness and work to end domestic violence. Breckan is here today to unveil the theme for this year's DVAM.
That's right. When planning for DVAM this year, we asked ourselves, how can we as advocates best show up for survivors right now? How can we assert our unapologetic unity with both survivors and those who serve them during what feels like a time of significant turbulence and scarcity in the domestic violence field and in related fields? The answer is clear. We need to go back to our values, the reason why we advocate. Survivors deserve safety. Survivors deserve support. Survivors deserve solidarity. We are with survivors always.
That's beautiful, Brecca. Our dear colleague Casey Keane, who led the development of this year's campaign alongside Mathina James Brightful and the Domestic Violence Awareness Project Advisory Group, described this year's theme as both a love letter and a call to action for those committed to advocating for survivors' needs and rights.
Absolutely. This year's theme invites you to share what standing with survivors always looks like to you. When things feel scary and the future seems untenable, we can ground ourselves by going back to our core values. We are here for survivors. In fact, most of us advocate because we are survivors.
For sure, Bracken. So let's break this down, okay? Survivors deserve safety. Survivors deserve support. Survivors deserve solidarity. Let's start with safety. We know that for survivors of violence, safety is a very broad concept that is not limited to freedom from physical violence or a partner's controlling behavior. Survivors, like anyone else, need adequate food, safe housing, and other essential resources to live. Safety requires freedom from physical violence, as well as attending to survivors' basic human needs and our social, spiritual, and emotional well being. Can we speak to the survivors deserve support part, Breckan?
Course. Yeah, like safety, there's no one size fits all definition of support for survivors. Often, the most important thing you can do to support the survivors in your life is to just be there for them without judgment or expectations. If you're an advocate or other helping professional, you know this already. Supporting survivors is a huge part of your work. That said, we can all find ways to support the survivors in our lives, regardless of our profession.
That's great. So, Brecca, what does supporting survivors look like for someone who's not an advocate?
Yeah, it can look like checking in without expecting a response, listening to them, centering their autonomy, like asking directly how you can help, and then doing what you can to support them accordingly. You can even provide a tangible offer of support, like, hey, would you like me to babysit for you while you go to your appointment? Or do you want a ride to the grocery store? Support can also look like simply affirming, I believe you.
Absolutely. This is very helpful. Thank you. Now, can we talk about that last part? Survivors deserve solidarity. What does solidarity with survivors look like?
I think solidarity with survivors looks like action. And again, it can look different to different people. Standing up against violence and injustice, participating in mutual aid networks, giving your time and resources to the programs that survivors in your community rely on. investing in efforts to prevent violence by building collaborations, fostering community connectedness, and more. That's all solidarity with survivors.
Absolutely. So we are inviting everyone to take action for DVAM 2025 in the spirit of unapologetic unity with both survivors and the advocates who serve them. This October, we invite you to affirm your commitment to safety, support, and solidarity with survivors across all backgrounds and experiences. Breckan, let's share some of the ways folks can learn more and take action through DVAM 2025, right?
Yes. Please check out our With Survivors Always social media campaign. You can access campaign imagery in both English and Spanish, sample language for social media posts, coloring pages, rally signs, Zoom backgrounds like the ones that Patty and I both have right now, and more on the With Survivors Always campaign page at dvawareness.org. You can share across social media channels with the hashtag with survivors and hashtag DVAM 2020. And as you can see on the slide that we're sharing right now, we have a great list of related activities for DVAM. So please be sure to follow us on social media at NRCDV, the National Resource Center on Domestic Violence, for more opportunities to engage with us and to learn about new resources, training opportunities, and more throughout October and beyond. You can also reach out to us directly at nrcdvta@nrcdv.org.
Great work, Breckan. Thank you. And many, many thanks also to our Domestic Violence Awareness Project Advisor Group, Martina James Brightful and Case King. Great work never happens in isolation. As always, it's the power and beauty of collective efforts that makes all the difference on the quality and impact of our work. Take good care, everyone.